Namaste everyone, this is Rupi Raja and today I will give the IPO review for Ather Energies Limited. Talking about this company was founded in 2013 by IIT Madras graduates Tarun Mehta and Sapnil Jain, and it is a leading Indian electric two-wheeler manufacturer headquartered in Bangalore. Ather focuses on premium electric scooters such as the Ather 450 series and the recently launched Ather Rizza. The company operates a vertically integrated model, designing and assembling scooters, battery packs, and charging infrastructure all in house. It also develops proprietary software such as EtherStacks and operates the EtherGrid, a fast charging network. Talking about the IPO, the issue type is book build issue. The issue size is close to 3000 crore rupees with fresh issue of close to 2600 crore and offer for sale for close to 350 crore. The price band stands between rupees 304 to 321 rupees per share and the lot size is 46 shares. So the investment range for retail investors is between 14,766 rupees to 1,91,958 rupees. The issue dates opens between April 28, 2025 to close date of April 30, 2025. Here the issue date has been written as wrong. I will correct it later. The allotment date will be on May 2nd, 2025, and the listing date for this shares will be on May 5, 2025, tentative on the two stock exchanges of India, the NSE and the BSE. Talking about the share reservations, the QIP investor stands at 75%, the non-institutional investor stands at 15%, and the retail investors stand at 10%. Very low retailers percentage will result in oversubscription. The lead managers for this IPO include Axis Capital, HSBT Securities, JM Financial, and Nomura Financial Advisory. The registrar for this IPO is Link In Time India Private Limited. Talking about the objectives of the issue, close to 927.2 crore will be used in the capital expenditure, wherein they will establish a new factory in Maharashtra to boost production capacity. If you want to know about the present factory, so here you can see currently the company has a manufacturing facility at Hosur, Tamil Nadu, wherein they have the capacity of manufacturing close to 4.2 lakh electric two-wheelers and 379,800 battery packs annually. A new factory in Maharashtra in Aurangabad is planned to increase the capex of the company to 1.42 million units. The company also has a market position as the fourth largest electric two-wheeler player in India by sales volume with a 12% market share as of August 2024 behind Ola Electric 40%, TVS Motor 30% and Bajaj Auto. The second objective of the issue is debt repayment. The company has a lot of loans on its balance sheet and 378.2 crore will be used to reduce the borrowing and improve the debt to equity ratio. They will also spend 750 crore for research and development and product innovation and technology development. So you can see here the research and development budget is also close to the capex expenditure. So yes, this company also puts a lot of focus on research and development. Talking about the marketing initiative, 300 crore will be used to enhance the brand visibility through various ads and marketing, and the remaining funds, that is 270.6 crore, will be used for operation flexibility and general corporate purposes. Talking about the financial performance, if you go through the balance sheet, Ather's revenue has stalled due to reduced government subsidies. For example, the FAME scheme cap lowered from 15,000 rupees to 10,000 per kilowatt in June 2023, increasing retail prices and impacting demand. The losses of the companies are driven by high research and development spending and infrastructure expansion. Even though this is a bad thing to see on the balance sheet, but it is a good thing that the company focuses on innovation and research. A very less number of companies focuses on research and development of their products. Talking about the business strength, the company has premium marketing position. They target the premium electric two-wheeler segment with high performance scooters featuring IoT integration, OTA developments and a connected ecosystem appealing to urban and tech savvy consumers. Personally, I have used the bike of Ather and it is very good. So I feel that even though currently the company is in loss, if the market knows that this company makes good scooters, the sales will increase and this company will turn profitable. Talking about the second strength, the company has a vertical integrated model wherein they design the entire scooter in-house. That is, they do not depend on other countries to know about the design and import certain parts. They do 100% in-house design, assembly and software development, and it ensures quality control and innovation. The company also has a Ather Grid, which consists of over 1000 fast charging stations across 100 cities to address the range anxiety, which is usually a key barrier in electrical vehicle adoption. The third strength of the company is strong backing. They are supported by Hero MotoCorp 40% stake, Tiger Global, NIIF, and others, providing financial and industry expertise. The fourth strength consists of the fact that the electric vehicles market is growing at a rapid speed. India's electric two-wheeler penetration is projected to rise from 5.1% in financial year 2024 to 35 to 40% by financial year 2031, driven by rising fuel prices, environmental concerns, and government initiative. For example, the FAME 2 scheme. The sixth trend includes the innovation, wherein this company has 303 trademarks, 201 designs, and 45 patents registered. Even though the 301 patent applications are pending, it shows the company's focus on research and development. The company also has a experienced management, wherein the founders Tarun Mehta and Sapneen Jain bring the technical expertise and have a clear vision for sustainable mobility. The company also focuses on a lot on sustainable development, the fact about which I will show you. The company has adopted green packaging and reusable packaging such as water-based paper tapes, paper pouches, paper bubble wraps, shredded carton waste used as cushion, fillers, Velcro straps, biodegradable packaging sheets, and recycled paper. The company adopted reusable containers, returnable containers such as reusable pallet, reusable trays, foldable containers, reusable trolleys to reduce consumption of fresh packaging materials and waste management cost. The supplier packaging waste also reduced by 2.3 kg per vehicle from financial year 2022 to the 9 months ended December 31, 2024. This shows the focus of the company on the environment and the sustainability of their business model. The company also was the first electric two-wheeler to offer a top speed of 80 km per hour compared to the internal combustion engine scooters, and it had the highest top speed among the electric two-wheelers in India in 2018 according to the CRISIL report. Talking about the risk factor, yes, this company has not achieved profitability with losses widening due to heavy investments. Future profitability depends on scaling operations and cost efficiencies. This company also faces a lot of competition from other companies such as Ola Electric, TVS Motors, Bajaj Auto, and Hero Electric. This company also has a lot of dependence on subsidies. If the government reduces the subsidies, then it will impact the retail prices and the demands will reduce. But I feel that a government depends a lot on the import of crude oil, and they will try to encourage that more and more people adopt electrical vehicles and reduce the demand for crude oil. So I don't think that the subsidies will reduce for electric vehicles. Talking about the products, yes, this company has a limited product range. They do not have a lot of products, and they suffer from limited diversifications compared to other electric two-wheeler competitors. This company also suffers from supply chain risk, wherein they have dependence on lithium ion cells, and disruptions in availability or pricing could impact the operations. The company also has a very low market share of just 12%, lagging behind Ola Electric and TVS Motor. It feels that the company has no clear strategies to increase the market share of the company, but I feel that this company focuses on a lot on their product. So once people get to know about the good products offered by this company, the market share will automatically increase. So I don't think that this is a risk in this company. Also, there is global volatility, wherein the company reduced their IPO size from 3,100 crore to 2,626 crore, and they reduced their valuation of the company by 44%, and it was done to reflect the cautious market sentiment amid the US tariff policies and global market turmoil. Talking about the valuation analysis, the price to sales ratio of the company comes at around 6.7 based on the financial year 2024 revenue, and this is very high for a loss making company, but it aligns with growth oriented electric vehicle firms. Talking about the valuation, yes, there was a 44% cut in the valuation of the company, and investors may find the current pricing optimistic given the Ether losses. But my personal opinion is the company products are good. The innovation of products is also a focus by the management. For example, the Aether Stack is the company's in-house developed software which provides features related to navigation, analytics, and ride assurance. The product companies are well positioned at premium prices in their respective market segments. So, as a retail investors with a net worth of less than 10 lakhs, I will apply for just one lot in this IPO because I believe in the story of this Indian tech innovation company. If you're a patriot, then you should also apply for more lots. If your net worth is more than 10 lakhs, I will still avoid applying to this IPO for more than two lots because the valuation is not at all comfortable. I will look at this company and I might build more position in this company if the share price of this company based on the current earning per share falls to 160 rupees or below, because the parent company Hero MotoCorp acquired more shares of this company at the level of rupees 158.3. So if the parent acquired at this price, then they genuinely believe that it was the fair valuation of the company. So currently, even though the price of this company will be close to 304 to 321 rupees, so you can say at the half the cost of the current IPO price the parent company acquired. So yes, if the price of this company falls below 160 rupees, then definitely this is a company to look at. Talking about the market sentiment, currently it is not very good. No one is bullish on the Hero MotoCorp management, but as a long decadal theme of electric vehicle, this IPO may be avoided till the company shows profits, like how the Zomato company showed their profits. Conservative investors can stay away from a risky company like this and avoid the IPO overall. So that's all for the IPO review. Hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel and comment down your questions regarding the IPO and any other questions as well. I will try to answer your queries. Hope you like this video. Thank you. This is Rupi Raja.